The big beautiful bill has been signed into law, and it's going to send shockwaves through the solar industry. We're heading into uncharted waters. And in today's video, I'm going to break down what it means for homeowners like you and how I see this reshaping the solar market in 2026 and beyond. Let me start with the urgent changes for homeowners who are planning to buy solar. If you're in the market planning to buy your own solar system using cash or a loan, you now have a hard deadline. The 30% federal tax credit, the ITC, will end on December 31st, 2025. That means only solar systems that are installed, inspected, and operational before the end of this year will qualify for the full 30% credit. If you're new to the federal ITC, here's the quick version. It's like getting a 30% discount on your solar system, but only if you owe federal income tax. You can deduct 30% of your system's cost from your taxes owed. No income restrictions, no complicated math. Just check line 24 on your IRS Form 1040. If the amount you owe is more than 30% of your solar cost, you're good. You'll get it back as a refund, or you'll have your tax bill reduced by that amount. But here's the bad news. If you wait too long, you just might miss out. Homeowners who delay their purchases until September 2025 or later may struggle to get their systems installed in time due to the labor and permit backlogs. My advice, sign your contract by the end of August 2025 to secure your place in the queue. Let's talk about the solar lease next. Solar lease customers get a longer runway. If you're considering a solar lease or a PPA, you've got a little bit more of breathing room. Solar leasing companies like Sunrun, Goodleap, and Lightreach can still claim the 30% tax credit through 2027. That means leasing options will still stay viable for the next few years. Now, for those new to leases and PPAs, here's how it works. The solar company installs the system on your roof at no upfront cost to you. They will own the system. You'll pay them a monthly fee for the electricity it produces, kind of like renting your solar system. And here's the trick. Only choose a lease or a PPA with a 0% payment escalation. This is also known as a fixed payment lease. That way, your monthly payment stays the same for the full 25-year term of the PPA or the lease. PPAs often vary month to month based on production, but the total annual cost of a PPA, a power purchase agreement, is roughly the same as a solar lease. So they're both basically the same product. Now let's look ahead. What's going to happen in 2026 and beyond? Once the ITC ends in 2025, I expect a sharp contraction in residential solar demand in 2026, similar to what we saw in California when 1:1 net metering ended in 2023 and they moved to the new NEM 3 billing regime. The market crashed 50% and half the solar installers in California went out of business. I expect similar seismic changes for small and mid-sized solar companies that rely heavily on cash and loan sales. They may struggle or even go out of business. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 in 3 solar installers disappears next year nationwide. Who'll be the survivors? They'll be the ones who pivot. Expect a shift towards solar leases, standalone battery sales, generator installs, maybe even new lines like HVACs. Companies will tighten their operations, reduce overheads, lean on strategic partnerships, the only way to weather the coming downturn. Now, the other big development I expect is a supply chain reset. With overall lower demand, the entire solar supply chain will be forced to adjust. I expect there'll be a wider adoption of lower cost Tier 1 super premium panels, but from brands like Trina, Jinko, Qcells, Canadian Solar. Growth in microinverter brands like homeowners, not doing as well today, which are alternatives to Enphase and SolarEdge, is going to happen. There'll be pressure on manufacturers to reduce prices, shorten warranties. There'll be a new focus on reducing labor costs and customer acquisition expenses. Enphase and SolarEdge are going to be hit really hard and see sharp declines in immediate sales volumes. They'll have to do some soul searching to remain competitive in the post-solar tax credit world. So what is the longer-term outlook for solar? Despite the coming dip in demand, I believe solar will remain attractive long term. And why do I say that? It's because utility prices are set to rise sharply. All data points to the increasing growth in power consumptions from EVs and AI related data centers. This has never been seen before. 80% of new electricity generation has been from solar and wind farms, and all that will grind to a halt now, except for a few which have already been approved. So, who will pick up the slack for that astonishing uptick in electricity demand? Natural gas powered generation will fill the gap. Now, that means much higher costs as natural gas plants are more expensive to build compared to adding fields of solar and even wind turbines. I estimate electric rates will climb 25 to 30% over the next 2 years. So, even without the tax credit, home solar will still be competitive. Payback periods might stretch to 8 to 12 years, but the value will still remain. So, what does this all mean for you? If you're thinking about going solar, don't wait. This is the last year to lock in the 30% federal tax credit for cash or loan purchases. Book your install now, get it operational before the end of 2025, and secure your savings. If you need help, give me a call. I'm at 609 908 3700. Email solar@mysolarhome.us or visit my website, mysolarhome.us, to book a consult. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like and subscribe button. Drop a comment if you have questions about your specific situation. Thanks for watching. The roller coaster has started. Make sure you're buckled in with the right solar partner. And before I let you go, you might enjoy this video about the best solar batteries in the market today. Till the next time.